in a one-way ticket out of the country. Her daughter became physically ill. You were having a panic attack upstairs?
Yeah, I couldn't breathe. I was choked up. I couldn't talk.
Lino says that's what hurts her the most about being hunkered down these last couple of years, is not being able to simply hug her daughters outside of this church, especially when they needed their mom. And that's something she may never do again on U.S. soil come this weekend. And while Francisca Lino is taking sanctuary in this church, she is technically not in hiding. People in this community know she's here. The congregation of this church definitely knows she's here. And Jake, she's not the first undocumented immigrant to take sanctuary here. But here's what gives Lino hope. Those doors that you see behind me, the front doors to this church, have never been busted by immigration officials before. Jake.
All right, Rosa Flores, thank you so much. And you can tune in tonight to CNN for a special report, The Hidden Workforce, Undocumented America, that airing at 10 p.m. Eastern on CNN. Coming up, a baby, a lame duck, terrible. Just a taste of the tirade President Trump had against a fellow Republican. What sparked the name-calling against Paul Ryan? Stay with us.
They're 100%.
Donald Trump.
Moderate to severe psoriasis, little things can be a big deal. That's why there's Otezla. Otezla is not a cream. It's a pill that treats plaque psoriasis differently. With Otezla, 75% clear skin is achievable. Don't use if you're allergic to Otezla. It may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Otezla is associated with an increased risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts or if these feelings develop. Some people taking Otezla reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment.
Nice.
Upper respiratory tract infection and headache may occur. Tell your doctor about your medicines and if you're pregnant or planning to be. Otezla, show more of you.
Yes, I'm doing it all. The water, the exercise, the fiber. Month after month, and I still have belly pain and recurrent constipation. So I asked my doctor what else I could do, and I said yes to Linzess.
Linzess treats adults with IBS with constipation or chronic constipation. Linzess is not a laxative. It works differently. It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe,
Oh, what the heck?
other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
I'm still doing it all. The water, the exercise, the fiber. And I said yes to Linzess for help with belly pain and recurring constipation. Ask your doctor.
Did you know the first ingredient in this Cliff Bar is brown rice syrup, which is just another name for sugar? This Kind Bar's first ingredient is almonds, which is just another name for almonds. Look inside this Kind wrapper and you'll see wholesome ingredients like heart-healthy nuts, with the taste of delicious dark chocolate and only 5 grams of sugar. That's 75% less sugar than the leading Cliff Bar. So you can be kinder to yourself and others. Be kind to yourself.
This ability to entertain and reach audiences more than one way with the same movie, I think that Saving Private Ryan is a great example of that because it's exciting, it's thrilling, it's suspenseful. It also is a reminder of the price of that kind of warfare, the cost to the soul, and who winds up living and dying and bearing those scars in that kind of conflict.
At Lazy Boy, we're clearing out everything in stock. Right now, save up to 50% on closeouts, every stocks, more samples, and one-of-a-kinds. All beautifully crafted, all on sale. It's the factory authorized clearance. Save up to 50% with deals direct from our Lazy Boy factory to you. Get best offers on a huge selection. Don't wait, because when they're gone, they're gone. Lazy Boy, live life comfortably.
Asbestos was widely used in factories and buildings in Detroit for many years. Asbestos causes mesothelioma, and lung cancer. Workers and their families suffering from this cancer, even if they smoke, are entitled to compensation. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or lung cancer, get answers, get help, get the Bernstein Advantage. Call 1-800-CALL-SAM today.
Mayor Pete Buttigieg joins David Axelrod for The Axe Files tomorrow night at 7. Closed captioning brought to you by Mesobook.com.
We offer a free book on mesothelioma. Call for the free book and receive so much more. Call 1-800-831-3700.
Paul Ryan was a terrible speaker. Frankly, he was a baby. He didn't know what the hell he was doing.
President Trump going after fellow Republican, former House Speaker Paul
Trump.
Ryan after Ryan said some less than
Aww.
things about him in a new book titled American Carnage by Tim Alberta that's out next week. According to Alberta, Ryan suggested that he could not survive another 2 years as Speaker with Trump and viewed retirement as a, quote, escape hatch. So let's chew over all this. Laura, let me start with you. Here's a little bit more about what Ryan said about Trump in the book, according to the Washington Post. Quote, I'm telling you, he didn't know anything about government. I wanted to scold him all the time. He added, this is Ryan about Trump. We helped him make much better decisions, which were contrary to kind of what his knee-jerk reaction was. Now I think he's making some of these knee-jerk reactions. Do you think most Republicans on Capitol Hill see the world the way that Paul Ryan does, even if they don't say so publicly?
I think there's a lot more that do, that share Ryan's view, and they'll talk about it on background to you, but they won't say it publicly at all. But what's interesting is that Ryan repeatedly defended Trump for being the speaker, and that it isn't until he is out of office that he's willing to say what he actually thinks, which is similar to Bob Corker and similar to Senator Jeff Flake.
And what do you make of all this? Because Paul Ryan was, he did help get the tax cuts, the Trump tax cuts through Congress. He did, at least as far as the Republicans in the House were concerned, get the repeal and replace of Obamacare through the House. He was, in many ways, Trump's ally, at least in terms of his actions.
Legislatively, yes, but he also wouldn't comment on any sort of controversial tweets. When Trump was in office, he was one of these Republicans that didn't think Trump was going to win. Let's not forget, after the Access Hollywood tape, Ryan was ready to step away from him, and he did in a lot of ways.
He told Trump not to come to Wisconsin for a fundraiser during the campaign.
Yes, exactly.
Not a fundraiser.
An event right in the wake of that. So he really betrayed Trump from Trump's perspective when Trump needed the most.
That's just nice!
You kind of played, you could see that come back ever so often with their relationship, where he didn't think that Ryan was quite someone to trust.
David, here's what President Trump said about Paul Ryan just last year. Quote,
oh, come on!
And while he will not be seeking re-election, he will leave a legacy of achievement that nobody can question. We are with you, Paul.
Look at this!
Paul Ryan is leaving. It's a nice, it's like, he's at the banquet, he's at his farewell.